My people, this matter no be small thing o. A female soldier wey dem dismiss from Nigerian army don finally open mouth talk her experience before dem finally release her. She talk say e no easy at all. Wetin she face for inside military hand no be wetin person go wish even enemy. For this video, she go break everything down step by step, how she take enter army, wetin lead to her wahala, the things wey officer do to her before dem dismiss her, and wetin she dey go through now. If you be person wey dey interested in true, abeg sidon gidigba because this story go shock you. Don't forget to like this video so that YouTube will recommend it to other people. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so that you no go miss any of our updates each time we drop a new update. Let's dive into the video.
You know, I get problem with this picture. Yeah. Because everybody waiting for this picture like this one. Now pretend that they pretend. This is the most wicked corps in the Nigerian army. I know we have face mask talk. I don't talk with them, I want talk. When I come arrest me. Good. So, before I say anything in this video, you see this innocent girl? May God Almighty grant you peace. May He accept you into His bosom. Because the only thing you need right now is peace. It's a call that we all must answer. But I hate it when young people buy. May God grant you peace and have mercy on you. Amen. You see this set of people where they here? They be Olori Buruko. We are talking about people wicked and they be this one. The definition of wickedness and they be this. You know, I've been praying to jam this this woman here. I've been praying to jam you. Anywhere. I've been praying. I don't know. I've been praying to jam you. Now that day you will see madness. See that madness where you the year. Now you will see him. And if I don't do what I want to do, you finish. I don't go wrong. I go wait. I go face the law. For what you do me. I don't need to. I don't see me. I don't see I talk about you for my page. No. I don't go drag you because you too small for me to handle. Do you know why? Because small children they sleep with you. Be all show. You guys now they use see my face is bad. Any day where I will catch you with my godfather, I get godfather for army. In case you don't know, any day I catch you with any of my godfather, I catch you with the person say, if I see, I go use skate to flog you. Funke ayeni, master out of funke ayeni. What you do me? You like this? You want to spoil small children career just for you to build yourself. This woman you are seeing here, I know her more than anybody. I was in the same office with her, 2022. The same office with her. She was my RSM. I was in the same office, like, not because they share cubicle, like, we are in the same office, the same room. This woman will set me up. Abukari will come to my house to inject me. This woman, she not mind. She can use you. She can bring you down just for her to get what she wants. She can manipulate anybody. Now she's the core RSM. According to what I had. She sleep with generals, sleep with people to get rank. You try to bring any soldier down. I'm not the only one, no. He has done it to everybody. You are here carrying face like I can wear no good thing. They do like say the thing they pay. Are you not even happy that she's gone? You will be manipulator. You be olosho. Can you please close your nyash? Close your nyash. Thank you, Funke. Do you know what you did to me? This woman will come to my house. She will set me up. Abukari will give me Abukari will give me Abukari will give me injection, and this one will be there. There's one day, if I dey lie, people dey. I'm not if I be like I go talk am. People dey. NFCNC for a job and I go ask for a job. This woman give me 500. I give her back. I know the lie. She hits me, I hit her back. You get? She hits me, I hit her back. I not send your papa. She slap me. Koro, I give her back. I know kukuma where. You get? This woman will come to my house. When I was very, very close to her, I would say, I'm going to Highland. I don't even know how Abukari gets information about me. This woman will tell Abukari everything about soldiers. Abukari is an officer that stays in a Highland, close to that, what do they call this place, myself? This, now Air Force, Navy, and this, they say that, it's very close to Eco Hotel. Abukari they know what they happen about soldiers. So this one will give Abukari information about soldiers. Abukari will be dealing with soldiers. Will be punishing soldiers. Just what soldiers not do, you say they do, and you You, this woman. See, man, I tell you. You dey offend me, oh. You see, I talk about you. I don't talk about you. The day where I go catch you. You see, even your rank no go fit save you. All those your sugar daddy, I go tell you say, you dey learn, oh. You dey learn. You get all those your sugar daddy, all those general, they no go fit help you. What I go do you? You see, I don't make news about you because I know you. I know how to get you. I know how to get you. By the time I finish dealing with you, one-on-one, not even spiritually, one-on-one, I will face you. You retire for Ashawo, you don't retire. You the person Ashawo, retire and make we know the whole day, you don't agree. Olori buruko, and one other, I eat it badge, oloshi omo. No sense.
During the service. A year before I was posted to Abuja, I was serving in Jos, Plateau State, 3D Medical Center. Then thereafter, I was later posted to Cantonment Medical Center, where I met Colonel IB Abdulkarim as the OC, the commanding officer there. When I came as I was the only private soldier there, and the youngest soldier there too. So he started by buying me gifts, which I refused to collect. And there I was very surprised, and he called me to an hotel that I should meet him in Eagle Store Hotel, opposite Ojo Cantonment Ojo Cantonment. When I got there, he asked me to sleep with him, promising me if I allow him sleep with me, he will allow me to go to school, and he promised to give me 50,000 naira cash after that, sum of 50,000 naira that very day, which I refused because in the army it's against the law. It's called fraternization. You don't fraternize with your senior. Thereafter, that's how the whole thing started. It started by maliciously dealing with me, by putting me on extra duty. I call that one army work. It's part of the job. Sending me to guard rooms, dealing with me. All of a sudden, he started threatening me that if I did not sleep with him, he would dismiss me from the job.
Okay. When all this was going on, when he asked you to visit him in the hotel and you went and you refused his advances, did you report this to anybody, or did you tell anybody about this?
Yes, I did.
Who did you report this to?
I told Lasko Pasoni Anota. She was my godmother.
Okay.
I told her, I was like, maybe people said this man is a very harsh man. Like, why is he disturbing? This man is like, he has been disturbing me for months now. So she just advised me just to, like, ignore the threat that is part of army work. That was what she advised me.
She was the only person you told?
Yes. And at first I was not paying attention to his threat and everything. It was when he started giving me injection, forcefully sleeping with me after giving me injection.
Hold on. Giving you injection? How? How did he give you injection? Where did you meet for him to give you those?
We work in the same office. He's my CO.
Okay.
And we work in the MRS. It's called hospital. In the army, it's called MRS. So he will instruct some soldiers. In the army, they give order and you don't disobey orders. So he will instruct those boys to pay me that most times. Then when people are not available, most times you point gun at me.
During the day or at night?
During the day, witness. Everybody
people are there,
seeing everything. I have a
nobody asks questions.
Yes, man, I have a video of it.
You have video recording of this particular
incident that happened.
Continue.
There's a day I got to find out that he normally sleep with me after injecting me. There's a day the former chief army staff, retired General Farouk Yaya wife, came to commission a particular place, the maternity part in our hospital. So when she came, before that they already gave me that injection, and I was putting on to a Tron uniform and the army office wear. So all of a sudden I saw Dr. Cosmos. I think the third day, Dr. Cosmos, the copper, he was serving there in our hospital. He came and gave me another injection, which flushed out those one they gave to me before. And I saw myself naked. And he now asked me to pass the back door. That in our house they are outside. In our house their officers' wife and association, they were outside that very day. So I got my body was stained, and they stripped me naked inside
the hospital,
inside his office. So immediately the woman came. He now instructed one of the serving copper, the one that was serving with us that time, Cosmos, and he told Cosmos to go and give me injection and ask me to pass the back door.
This is very very, very strange. So all of these things that you say happened when you're unconscious.
Yes. And after giving me the injection, after harassing me sexually, he will put me inside this body bag in the arm. It's called body, just like a casket. He will put me inside. I think they mostly use it in the noticed, because for them to go and get casket and everything. So it's called body bag. So he will just put me inside that body bag, and for some hours they will now ask them to take me to psychiatry hospital. That is how this issue of mental illness started.
So apart from your godmother that you told when he was making advances at you, up to this very moment, that time you didn't tell anybody?
I sought for redress. In the army, you cannot fight your senior. In the army, you cannot beat your senior.
Okay.
You cannot ask your senior to go to guardroom. Okay. You always sought for redress. You seek for redress. So I sought for redress. And
so how did you go about that?
At first, it was frustrating because I wrote it was a handwritten application through the same person that was frustrating me. So he never forwarded my application. So I have to go to, because the thing was, he kept on coming to my house, sending boys to my house. He denied me access to military course, denied me so many things in the army. I spent 5 years in the army without.
So when you noticed that you were trying to the redress you were trying to get, couldn't
yes,
get to the appropriate
yes, I went to General ML Abubakar. He was the provost commander, provost group commander. It's one diff. He's a provost marshal.
What did he say?
I ran to him. He intervened, and he said, even if she, I'm just trying to even if she demand, as far as she have the sense to write for redress, they should attend to her.
Okay.
So because the general was the military police and they were scared of him, so they quickly set up a board. And at the end of the day, they didn't ask me to present any evidence. They just wawa me, bullshit me. And
okay, so now the redress you were seeking, like a panel was set up.
Yes, was set
to inquire into.
Yes, to intervene. Yes.
And they didn't call you for question. Nobody called you to ask you any question.
They called me because I wrote that redress 4 times before they attended to it.
Okay.
Because Colonel Abdul Karim, they are the most senior officer in the medical corps. So he has that level. He has that he's a senior officer. So when I have to go to military police to report to the provost marshal. So he intervened and he said they should hold that board and intervene and know they should intervene and know the reason why Abdul Karim is doing
this to you. Yeah.
Yes. So when they intervened, just the way you are interviewing me now, they never asked me for witness, evidence, because they are all the same. They are all cosmates. The people that set up that board, they are Abdul Karim cosmates. So they were supporting Colonel Abdul Karim. They were biased. They never asked me for anything. So I just went there and they just.
Wow. So what led to you seeking for a discharge from the army?
So I tried my best. I see myself in the army not progressing. My progression in the army was very, very difficult. Because nobody was ready to listen to me. Somebody was there. Abdul Karim was all over places. If most time I apply for school and they give me admission, he will tell them that they should not allow me, that I have mental illness.
Which school have you applied for?
Nigerian Army Medical School, Nigerian Army School of Nursing. I applied for basic course, 3-month courses. He didn't.
And you got admitted into all the schools?
I got admitted into Nigerian Army Medical School, and he said I have mental illness, that they should withdraw me from. That's how I lost that. So I didn't even report it. They didn't release me to the school that I have mental illness, because they are all the most senior people holding appointment in the medical corps. They are all his classmates. So when I sat down, because there's no progression, nobody to listen to you. I even involved the president CDS, General CG Musa, to intervene. He couldn't intervene. So I tried my best and I exhausted
all
options. So that's why I came on social media
to say
yes.
But are you aware that the army has cleared Abdul Karim of any wrongdoing?
So what they did there, it's just they just tell lies. As I don't know how to put it, they just sat down and feel let me tell you what really transpired to them announcing this whole thing. When I came to social media at first to complain, and the Minister of Women Affairs intervened, and they took me to National Hospital because it was during the investigation for medical evaluation to know if I'm actually mad according to the allegation that was laid against me. So they described there was nothing like mental illness, and they took me to ADLA just for urine test.
yes.
So nothing
Of such.
of such. So the minister of Home Affairs, she now said, from if I remain in the army, they might wound me.
Yeah.
So my progression will still be very, very difficult because I came online to expose them. So she now said she advised me if I can
yes.
if I can still continue with the job, and I said no. So I wrote a redress with my hand and I submitted it to the Minister of Women Affairs, and she went to the army headquarters and she submitted it to the chief of army staff, and he approved it
For you to be discharged.
to be discharged voluntarily, not medical discharge. Before you board a soldier out from the army, there must be a board. There will set up a board. There will be a psychiatrist, a medical doctors, the unit RSM. They will call you, the soldier, and ask you some questions. And to me, soldiers are in the notice with one hand. They are still in the army. Army don't bother soldiers because they don't have what it takes to pay off the soldier. It's as if they are paying the person for life because you came to the army and the person is not the disability. Maybe you have one hand. It depends on what.
Okay.
Yes. So there was nothing like they never discharged me. It was the chief of army staff that converted it to medical discharge, and he said army want to compensate me for me to be paid like I'll be collecting pension. I was not eligible for pension because I only served 5 years.
Okay.
So they never discharged me. It was the Minister of Women Affairs that intervened and requested me to leave voluntarily,
Okay.
not medical discharge. So I don't know where they came up from. It's a big lie. It's a big lie. They know what I'm talking about. They know my evidence are with them. They did investigation and they found out that all what I'm saying is true. So coming online to come and say all those things, just a lie. I think they need to apologize to me for that because it's a big stigma that I've made. It's a deformation of character, man. So there's nothing like that, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you, then. Okay.
And can I want to use this opportunity to beg the president, the Ministry of Defense, they should intervene. I need an open investigation, and just what I want is justice. That is all. Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Before I say anything in this video, I will want to say a big thank you to the Nigerian Army, to the Army Speakman, Brigadier General Onyemachuku, for taking his time to post me on all social media platform, newspaper, radio station. It's not easy. That's to show how special I am. That's to show how powerful I am. I really appreciate. I think I need a standing ovation for that. And it's no longer a news that I was discharged out of the army 15th June 2024. I want to humbly request that the Nigerian Army publish the outcome of the investigation that led to my discharge on all social media platforms, including radio station or channels. January 9, 2024, I came on social media to complain on how I was harassed by Colonel I.B. Abdulkarim, General I.B. Sholobo, Colonel G.S. Ogo, how I was raped, how I was injected with Lacatine injection, how I was put inside casket, how Colonel I.B. Abdulkarim pointed gun at me, how Colonel I.B. Abdulkarim handcuffed me and kept me inside his office for some days. I also want to beg the Nigerian Army to post the outcome of the investigation on all social media platforms, so that the whole wide world will know what really transpired between myself and Abdulkarim and what led to my discharge. I'll be very, very grateful if you people considered my request, if you guys approved my request. I also want it to be published on all social media platforms, same way I was published that I've been dismissed. And I don't have enough to say in this video. On behalf of I and my family, we are saying a big thank you for posting my name, Oguleye Ruth. At the mention of my name, everybody began to speak in different tongues. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you, sir. Brigadier General Oyemachuku. Thank you. God bless you.
The Nigerian army had cleared Colonel I.B. Abdulkarim of wrongdoing following allegations by a now discharged female soldier, Private Ruth Ogunleye, that the superior officer and other officers, including Colonel G.S. Ogo and Brigadier General I.B. Solebo, made life hell for her, and they should be held responsible if anything happened to her. Army spokesperson Major General Oyemachuku said the army investigated the claims and discovered that Ms. Ogunleye was mentally unstable. She refused medical help, which necessitated her discharge from the Nigerian army. Ex-Private Ruth Ogunleye joins me live from our studio in Abuja. Ms. Ogunleye, thank you for talking to us. It's important that I make clear that we have strict rules by the NBC when it comes to defamation and false accusations. So I'd like you to strictly answer the questions, if you can, within the framework of the law guiding our business. The Army claims that, having done their investigation, that you were mentally unstable, and that was what informed your discharge from duty. How do you respond to that?
Thank you very much, sir. I was not discharged from the army. I sought for a voluntary discharge. I wrote for voluntary discharge that was approved by the army through the intervention of the Minister of Women Affairs. So I was not discharged from the army. I wrote a discharge that was approved by the authority. I was never discharged from the army, sir.
All right, so the position of the Nigerian army is that you were recommended for discharge on medical grounds since 2022, but that being a sympathetic organization, they thought it wise to give you the best medical treatment possible to stabilize you before discharging you. Talk to us about the kind of medical engagement that you had while still with the military.
While I was with Colonel I.B. Abdulkarim, there was never any medical treatment. He forced me by giving me Lacati injection, probably raped me and put me inside a body bag. It's called casket in the army, body bag in the army. At the end of the day, he will take me to psychiatric hospital to make it look as if I'm actually mad. There's nothing like madness. I never received any treatment from the army. There was no medical treatment, and there's no medical report that I have made mental issue.
You have made huge allegations against the colonel, including allegations of rape. You just mentioned that you were put in body bags. Were there witnesses who also were there when these things happened? And were you involved in the investigation process that led to your dismissal?
Sir, at first, the unit, my previous unit in Ojo Cantonment Medical Center, they are all my witness, because he never hid it from anyone, because he felt he's the CO and he's the commanding officer. Nobody can check him. So he's the commanding officer. Nobody can check him, and there are eyewitness. He injects me. I can call names here. He instructed Sergeant Udo to inject me. Dr. Cosmos, while he handcuffed me and put me inside that casket. So there was nothing like medical innate. So he did what he did because I refused to sleep with him. At that time, I sought for a redress, and which they were biased. They didn't do him anything because he's my senior, he's my superior. So he came up with a pattern, like he came up with this idea of madness to make everybody believe, because he's a medical doctor, to make everybody believe that I'm mad, and none of them were able to listen to me. So they did give me audience, and there's nothing like medical report. There's no investigation. And so during the investigation, the first time I came online to complain on how he harassed me sexually, and my first video, they took me to National Hospital for medical evaluation, which turned out to be negative. They could not diagnose me, and they also took me to NDLA for drug test, urine drug test, which also turned out to be negative because I don't abuse substance, sir. So there was nothing like mental illness.
Mr. Ogunleye, we have completely run out of time, but just quickly, if you can answer this within a minute. Were you summoned during the investigation, and did the eyewitnesses also stand up for you while this investigation was ongoing?
Yes, sir.
Let us take
Yes,
a reaction. Let us hear from the Nigerian military, especially their position as regards this story.
I know definitely they will come for me. I know definitely they will come for me. They will lock me up and they will dismiss me. I know.
Well, let's get back to Mr. Ogunleye. We have to go now. We'll play that reaction from the Nigerian military subsequently. But what's the next line of action for you? What are you doing next?
Sir, for now I'm jobless. I'm also homeless, and the Nigerian army, and they are all after me, you know, trying to unalive me because I came online to expose them according to them. I think for now I'm still waiting for better opportunity. I believe God will intervene. That's all I have for now, sir.
From our Private Ruth Ogunleye, thank you for talking to us. In the
My people, una don hear wetin she talk. This kind thing wey she face, e sure say many things dey happen for Nigerian army wey dem no wan make we know. If wetin she talk na true, e mean say some people dey abuse power and use am do anyhow for inside military. This na serious matter, because if dem fit treat their own person like this, wetin go happen to ordinary civilian? Now we go like hear your own opinion. Do you think say her story na true? Abi e get another side wey we never hear? Drop your comment make we discuss this matter well. And no forget, if you never subscribe, abeg do am now, because more updates dey come. Until next time, make you stay safe.